Yeah.
You know, check with that one, check my setup, making sure everything was sort of square. And obviously did my little hip bumps to the left, and that put my spine angle, you know, gave it a little bit of a tilt. Not by like me leaning backwards, but just by doing the hip bump.
Yeah, just enough to feel like you can turn behind that ball position.
Yeah, and then I swung through, and I felt more free moving through the ball. And so I've been feeling lately, just feeling a little bit like either stuck or just something doesn't feel right coming through, and it feels like something.
Well, we want to make sure today, because on your wedges, you're a little bit high with the hands in that position for a wedge shot.
Okay.
I know you're trapping a few, and we had a blueprint on the day, and they were good shots. But that's something that I want to point out again with the driver. Your arm position going back.
Okay.
So, if you're looking at two swings, that I see your left arm and upper body, wide shoulders, left arm comfortably straight is Tiger and Rory, except they're both more flexible than you in pulling your left arm across your chest.
Yeah.
So whether that's a rotator cuff thing or what, or whether they're just double jointed, but it means on the way back you can be right chest is a little bit inside for you, perhaps.
Okay.
You know how we did the extend the arms to right chest?
Yeah.
Iron's great. Driver, I'd rather you be safely slightly outside of that.
Okay.
So more center chest. So your left arm is going to feel like it's more down your feet line than across yourself slightly.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that's what you mean.
So then you got room, because you've got again a slight flail action in your backswing, downswing transition, a bit like Sergio.
Right.
Where he increases his wrist hinge and creates a hell of an angle of lag.
Yeah.
You do that initially, but it's something that you don't need to focus on. It just kind of happens. But to be safe and not trapped, you've got to make sure that you're in a slightly what you feel like outside position going back. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I feel as I went back to basics and did the setup and ball position, I think my ball position was creeping too far going too far back.
Yeah.
Like just over time, it's just gradually got further and further back. And my stance has got even more narrower, because you know, at one point I was so really wide.
Yeah. So I think I've overdone it.
So now I've overdone it the other way. I've gone ball position too far middle.
But that's quite common, isn't it? You change something, and then it's like, well, hang on a minute. You need to know. I guess that's quite a good point to make, actually. Is you need to know what your extremes are, both ends of the scale.
Yeah.
What will be too wide for you? What's too narrow for you?
So I rectified. I did that. Check my stance. Check my ball position. Spine tilted, lovely, and then I was just creaming it, and I felt I had so much room, and everything just felt nice.
Yeah.
I just
back in the slot.
Exactly that. I wasn't trapped. It wasn't like nothing felt stuck, or it just felt like how it should feel. And I thought, fucking hell, I've been struggling, even though I've been hitting it okay, getting around the golf course.
You're now back.
I reckon all those shots I should have been timing them okay, but then if I don't time it, it's fucked. Sorry, it's bad.
Cut. No, that's fine. That makes sense. And this is why why don't I hit a bad one? Why do I do that? No, you need to know what's going on well when you're swinging well.
Yeah.
Why am I hitting the good ones?
Yeah.
And this is why I like that. Oh, you've got the blueprint, you've got the strike now. There's the two. Let's now dial it into a direction. Let's recalibrate. Bang, 2 in a row, 3, 4, 5, 6. But when you're at that stage, you want to film yourself to see how's your setup looking, so you can quickly go to it. This is why golf's very much Groundhog Day. You go to bed at the end of a lovely day, you wake up, sorry guys, you're back at the bottom of the ladder again. You've got to check your setup, flexibility, range of motion, get the head in the present, switch off from work, switch off from this. You're sore from the gym. Okay, well maybe you can't hit those shots on the range. You've done leg day, or you've done back, and your back's stiff. Can you see how it suddenly plays a massive factor? And this is what weekend golfers don't understand, but tour players do, that do it every day. They do have physios to encourage flexibility and range of motion to be there. They got people in the gym training them the correct way as it relates to their swing and swing style and what they're trying to achieve in a golf shot. All that's factor. You want to get more distance? Damn, you've got to suddenly working some exercises in the gym to get core strength, more range of motion, better flexibility, you know, and understand ground force. But if you're a weekend golfer, or you're coming in, you know, you're retired, so you're struggling with aches and pains and flexibility, and don't warm up even, it's like, well, hang on, just think about that for a second. What do you expect?
Yeah, definitely.
So we'll look at that today.
But I was really struggling, and I was like, what the hell is going on? But when I went back to basics and sorted it, and I hit like 5, 6, 7 in a row, just bang on perfect.
Yeah.
And I was like, and it was so nice, obviously using it on that foresight on the simulator. I had the green set at a certain distance, and it was so nice to know that I said, right, well, I'm not leaving, so I hit like 5
there you go.
onto the green, and it was nice.
Can you see how you can deal with staying in the moment, deal with pressure?
Yeah.
Your routine is so important. I mean, that's lovely, because when you get 7 or 8 in a row, that's the magic number, because that's an hour on the golf course, hour and a half even, of full shots. The thing with a simulator, you can do it all over with them, you know, 30 seconds in between them.
Yeah.
You know, you've got 8 to 10 minutes maybe between big shots on a course, but you should be able to fall back and rely on that blueprint again when you're on the course. So that's important that you now
make it a game, basically.
Yeah, do it 10, 15 in a row. But then you could be advanced enough to go, you know what, I'm going to keep the strike going, I'm going to hit a low one now.
Yeah.
I'm going to hit high fade. Oh, high fade feels easy today, I love that. That'll be your stop. If the low draws harder, don't fight it. Remember, you don't have to hit it both ways.
No.
You really don't. Nicholas tried to avoid hitting a draw. A lot of golfers don't really draw it unless they have to now. It's easier with the short clubs because you've got more loft, can close the face and still get the shot. But generally they play their comfortable percentage shot. So it's quite, what I'm saying is, if you're ripping it and a nice little fade's the shot,
don't try it a draw.
Don't try and hit a draw really, just for the satisfaction of practicing it both ways, because you might fight to get the draw and lose the strike, and then suddenly you've lost that fade.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense? When you're hitting it well, go, you know what? I've practiced the fade because the course I'm going to play, or play most of the time, relies a fade. This is why pros have 3 days practicing. They set their games up for that golf course they're playing.
Yeah.
The stinger, boom, I want that in the bag. Or they put the hybrid in because they want a high shot that lands softly from 230. You know, whatever. It's windy, they're going to learn to hit it low. They go to St Andrew, they go to links courses practicing the wind shot and the knockdown, the chip and run.
Yeah.
Shots you don't need when you're playing target golf on these marathon courses.
But yeah, that was nice as well. Obviously doing the 4 or 5 in a row. When I got 4 in a row, and I felt really good. But then because I was on my last one, so I had to get this one in, and I've got to start again. It was so nice to have that bit of pressure, because everything changes. Then you're thinking way more about.
It is. It's brilliant. It's a good way to go. You know, it's a good way to feel you're switching off from that conversation down the fairway. Yeah. It's your shot back in the present.
Yeah.
That's awesome. It's just like that putting game down the line of tees. Same thing. Do 10. You know, 25, 30 or more is suddenly, depending on the surface quality and how far away. That's great, because you can go into daydream mode, because you really are cloning it, but then, oh Christ, you're getting close to my 28, 29, I don't want to miss.
Feeling the pressure.
Yeah, exactly, that's what you want. Help you with that putt on the last for your lowest ever 18 holes, or whatever. Or 3rd birdie in a row, whatever it is. Fugging up the car. That's a really good one, that, today, isn't it?
Yeah.